assembly, count with me. 10, 20, 30, 35, and 4 more. 36, 37, 38, 39. It's our 39th assembly. We haven't seen each other for a very, very long while, but in Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, 3 sleeps time, we're going to see everybody again in school, and I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope that you are too. Right, so for the very last time, let's do our routine. What is the time, Mr. Wolf? Oh gosh, that's a tricky one. Or is it? No. We're going to look at the minute hand, the long hand, and we can see it's on the number 4. We know that we can count in increments of 5 from the 12, 5, 10, 15, 20. So that tells us that there's 20 minutes have taken place since o'clock. So it's 20 past. The hour hand is the shorthand, and that is on the, oh, it's just moving off the 9. So we put it all together and it is, that's right, it's 20 past 9. 20 past 9 at night. Make sure you're in bed tucked up. 20 past 9 in the morning. Well, on Monday you need to be in school, all right? So if you've been having lots of lay-ins, lucky you, but get yourself ready for Monday because you need to be in school early doors, okay? Right, our language of the month we know is Romanian. Bună ziua means hello. Can you do it for me? Bună ziua. Lovely. And our Makaton sign of the week is reading. And yesterday it was brilliant, wasn't it? Because we had a pajama day, and I hope that you at home were in your pajamas. I know that some of you who come to school for a few days and then are at home were saying, I'm not going to be coming into school tomorrow, I'm wearing my pajamas at home. Super. And it was lovely to see the children who were in school in their pajamas, and the grown-ups too. And we had to keep warm because the windows are still open and the doors, it was a bit chilly. I hope that you enjoyed the videos that we made. Hopefully you enjoyed using this pack. Don't forget that the token inside here is for you to use to go and get yourself a book. You can buy in some shops a book for this, £1. It's a small thin book that's got a lovely story in it, or you can put it towards a more expensive book and get some money off. All right, how exciting. I'm looking forward to finding out what you have been reading with your book tokens. Now, all this week we have been thinking about reading, and lots of you have been working very hard at home, and you sent in amazing videos that we shared yesterday. And now today I'd like to give out some shout outs. So in our shout out book we have lots of different names. I'm going to take you to another place because it's very cold in the hall, and I'm going to go sit in my office where it's a little bit more toasty and read out the names in this book. But before we do that, we need to go and do the birthdays. Are we ready for the birthdays? Hip hip hooray! Is it your birthday today? Or maybe your birthday earlier this week? Or maybe it's over the weekend? If it has been your birthday, I hope that it was a really special one. Let's share some names, shall we? So I believe, Noah, you turned 7 recently. In fact, we've got some lovely photographs of you that your mum sent in. Happy birthday, Noah. We have Isa. Hello Isa, your birthday was a couple of days ago, wasn't it? And you are now, that's right, 6. Happy birthday to Isa. And Amber, you're at home and you have turned 6. Gosh, that's a good age. And Chloe, you are at home, and I know that your grown-ups and your nanny really and granddad wanted to wish you a really happy birthday. You are now 7. Happy birthday, Chloe. Afra, you have turned 6. Happy birthday to Afra. I hope that you had a special day with your family. And Rebecca, who is in reception, you have turned 5. Happy birthday, Rebecca. I hope you had a nice birthday. And last but not least, AJ, who is in bubble 2, you have had a birthday and turned 5. Brilliant. What super time. Oh, what super news. I hope you all have a lovely day. Hey, it's shout out time with Mrs. Lee in her warm, cosy office. I say it's warm and cosy. I've got the window open so you might hear some people shouting because they're outside playing. They're getting lots and lots of exercise. Brilliant. Okay, so shall we start off with some shout outs? You might hear your name. If you don't hear your name, please do not be sad. Remember that we've got the wow wall, and when you come back to school, I'm sure you'll get onto the wow wall, if not get a Hertford hero, and we'll carry on with what we did in the autumn term to celebrate your good work. Right, shout outs from school. Mrs. McGregor would love to give a big shout out to Kira in class 6. Kira, you have been working very hard at home and in the bubble and spending some time with Mrs. McGregor, and Mrs. McGregor said, wow, Kira, you are a superstar. Akif, who is in the reception bubble, you have been working very hard. Miss Legg says she is so pleased with you because you are always listening and you are always ready to learn. She says you are following the golden rules and you always have a smile on your face. So thank you, Akif. And Mrs. Eagle said, please can I give a shout out to Amelia in class 1, who has been working very hard at home recently. You have been posting quite a lot more tapestry, which is lovely to see. And Mrs. Eagle now says that she can see that your handwriting is getting better and that you seem to be enjoying all the activities. And she's looking forward to seeing you back in school on Monday. Let's go to class 3. Mrs. Shaw would love to give a shout out to Isaac. Isaac, you have been working hard and concentrating and being like involved iguana. Isaac, you've been doing super maths and phonics work at home as well as in school. And Mrs. Turner would love to give a shout out to Travis. Travis, you are always cheering everybody up in the class 3 bubble. You have a lovely smile. You have been trying hard to join in with playing and on the playground, and I've certainly seen that too. So well done, Travis. I'm so glad you're part of our school. Mrs. Beecher. Now Mrs. Beecher has written an essay. Now if you don't know what an essay is, it's a very long piece of writing. So get yourself comfortable because she's got lots of shout outs. Mrs. Beecher said, please can I give shout outs to Bubble 4 for being superstars and coming in, remembering the rules, working hard each day, even though it's been very different to what it was like before Christmas. She would like to thank you for being good role models and remember to keep it up for when all your friends come back on Monday. Mrs. Beecher would like to give a big shout out to everybody who has been working at home. That is to the parents and the children. Children, you have tried your best, being involved in the work and persevering even when you found it challenging. And all the grown-ups, thank you so much for uploading all the work and making such positive comments. It's really kept Mrs. Beecher going, and she says thank you so much. Mrs. Beecher also would like to give a shout out to Mrs. Ali and Mrs. Cosby, who have been working in the bubble, working very hard and doing a fantastic job, especially with all the Zoom calls. And also, Mrs. Beecher would like to give a shout out to Mrs. Hyam. Mrs. Hyam is one of our assistant head teachers. She works across all the classrooms, doesn't she? And she has been doing lots and lots of the planning, all the posters and making the school a happy place. Right, where should we go now? Oh, class 5. In class 5, Mrs. Smith would like to give a shout out to all the children who have been in the bubble. She says you have been like perseverance parrots. And they certainly can vouch for that. Every time I have come down to the bubble, I have seen your heads down like involved iguanas, and even when you've had some challenging maths problems from Mrs. Smith, you kept on going. She would like to give a shout out to Kian, working very hard with your writing. You've been sounding out all the phonemes before you write them down, which is a super skill. And also Mrs. Smith would like to give a shout out to Cara. You have been working at home and persevering with an 8-mile bike ride at the weekend. Wow, you sounds like you've been very, very busy, Cara. In class 6, Mrs. Dutoit and Miss Adams would like to give a shout out to Evie and Aaron, who have been working at home, completing all the lessons since January. You have worked very hard and they think you've done a fantastic job. Well done, Evie and Aaron. Super work. Now let's go and find out all the shout outs from the grown-ups that are at home. So I'm going to start with Cara. Cara, your grown-ups are so proud of you. They say you've been working very hard on your schoolwork, you're putting in the extra mile. Your learning has come on leaps and bounds and they are so proud of you. And they say that you really enjoy Mrs. Smith and Mrs. Dutoit's videos and you think that they're brilliant. They'll be glad to hear that. And we're really looking forward to seeing you back, Cara, on Monday. Mrs. Gentile would love to give a shout out to Amelia in class 6. Now Amelia, not only have you been posting on Tapestry, we've seen you really excited on Zoom meetings, but you've been very, very active, and Miss Legg will be really interested in this one. She says that you have been running 3.5 miles every day with your mum and dad, and you have been raising money for cancer research over February. So thank you, Amelia, for all that hard work. That's super news. Wow, Amelia, that's amazing. Can't believe that you can run that far every day as well. Super work, and for charity too. That's good. Right, we have time for one more shout out. This is from Evie. Evie is in class 6, and this shout out is from your mummy, your daddy, and Poppy the cat. And your shout out is because you have been working so hard over lockdown, especially in maths. Your reading has improved. I love this idea. Every night you FaceTime your nanny and granddad and read them a story. What a lovely idea. Mummy and Daddy know how excited you are to come back to school next week because you've missed your friends and your teachers so much, and they wanted to say you're amazing. Wow, what a lovely, lovely shout out. In fact, everybody has worked so hard. It has been very challenging, hasn't it? Very, very different for us all. The last lockdown that we had, we weren't really doing as much work, were we? But this time we've had to work extra hard. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody back on Monday. Please don't forget that all you need is your water bottle, and your grown-ups need to be wearing their face mask when they come on. Try to make sure that you are not running around the playground trying to grab hold of your friends. We really do need to keep our distance. And of course, lots of hand washing. Lots and lots of hand washing whenever we move from one place to another or we've been using something. Right, Mrs. Lee is going to stop talking now. This is the last shout out assembly. I am hoping online we will do more shout outs and more celebration assemblies, but we'll hopefully do them in the hall when we do our year group assemblies, which will be lovely. We're going to hopefully get back to normal very, very soon. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. Take care. I hope it stops raining and it's nice and sunny. Bye.